Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. I recently purchased Sideways issue 1. This is from 2018. It came out in February. And I've mixed feelings about this. So it's about a guy named Derek James. And the book opens with him sneaking up on a lady friend. He calls her Ernie, but Ernie is not her real name. It's like Ermeline or something stupid like that. She wears a onesie that's cutesy and has fuzzy alien Pokemon type slippers, and there's a tail and a hood, and she's way too old to be dressed like this. Looks like Tony the Tiger who got tie-dyed. And she makes this costume for him. I guess her boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't know. I don't care. And he snuck up on her. She didn't like it, and she punches him for it, and it's like hitting a wall, she says. And he's got super strength. Ernestine, that's her name. Well, she has a twin sister named Ermeline. Or Ermeline, I don't know. There couldn't be more different, of course, because Ernie is all nerd chic and sews and does all kinds of cool stuff. She's got a gaming chair, and yeah, she's a nerd, see? And the other one is just some prissy little normie. Well, we cut over to Derek's house where his mom is running late for work and his dad's watching the news. And of course his mom is trying to get him to hurry up and go to school, but he takes forever. And that's when we learn that he's actually adopted, which is why both his parents are like these uptight white people and he's a hip, cool brown guy. And a bunch of texting happens, saying meaningless stuff. We flash back to Gotham City during the events of Dark Knight's Metal 1. And there's some sort of vortex, because I haven't read that issue yet. It's on my list. And he fell through a gap in the ground, and the next thing he knows, he was unconscious for a couple days. And apparently that had an effect on him that gave him his powers. Everybody at school thinks he's weird. It's the Peter Parker story. There's the cool jock guy, and he calls him a lame sophomore, because Derek's just a lame-o. And then there's like the nerdy fat guy that's like, hey, you shouldn't listen to the nerds. And there's some like kind of cool chick saying he got brain damage. Yeah, stupid. So he ports up to the roof using what he calls riffs, puts on his costume. His costume looks pretty cool. And he, of course, takes a selfie and goes on a magical journey, filming himself leaping around. And a voice tells him to stop, that he's committing infractions on the space-time something or other, and the voice follows him wherever he seems to go, and then suddenly he riffs to outside the Empire State Building and is hanging on the edge of the building, and there's this big weird-looking dude standing there telling him that he is sentenced to death for lawless and dangerous behavior. That's the whole issue. It's written by Dan Dito and Kenneth Rocafort. Dialogue by Justin Jordan. Colorist was Daniel Brown. Carlos Mangula letterer. Kenneth Rockfort cover artist. Jessica Chen associate editor. Katie Kubert editor. Sideways was created by Kenneth Rockfort and Dan Didio. Special thanks to Jessica Rockfort. So yeah, I like the cover. Cover's really cool. The costume's pretty cool. Character's annoying. I mean, he's just not like kind of irritating, like, you know, hipster kid type annoying. No, he's really annoying. He's kind of dumb. All the stuff he does in here is just stupid. He's very immature. Didn't find him particularly likable. He just seems like maybe it's an age thing, but he seemed very immature and very arrogant, and his disinterest comes off as not so much laziness, but more of, his disinterest is a character flaw. Now, another thing I didn't like is the stupid trifold cover thing they've got going on with these #1 issues, because it's really easy to tear them or crinkle them, and it's one thing you can't check if it's polybagged. So when you get this, you've got to look it over real carefully and make sure that that is not damaged. So yeah, I found the character very unlikable. I didn't find him relatable. I'm not exactly the target age demographic, but people that are the target age demographic probably don't have $3 to spend on a comic book. The art was pretty good. I really like the way he looks in costume. I'm not a big fan of the way some of the faces are drawn, but that's a complaint I have with a lot of modern artists. But overall, I thought the art was pretty solid. Not really my thing, but I thought the costume looked really cool. And the New York skyline obviously is a photo that's been either redrawn or digitally altered. That looked really cool. I thought it did anyway. A lot of people don't like that sort of thing, but sometimes it works. The guy at the end of the book, whoever this guy is, looked kind of stupid. I don't think I've seen him before, but yeah, overall, I'm not gonna pick up issue 2. I don't care for it. It didn't really do anything to grab me. We read more text messages back and forth between him and his little blonde girlfriend, who he totally blew off to go play superhero. And he's not even really a superhero. He's just some guy trying to make a buck on the internet. I get the impression that he was trying to, like, it's just attention seeking. And all these characters using their cell phones like this all the time is really, really tiresome. I don't care about people taking selfies. It's stupid. It's lazy storytelling. And all the texting he does in this just shows how vapid the character is. It doesn't make him interesting. It just makes him every other millennial. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'm not interested. It's not my thing. Yeah, I don't think it was particularly well written, honestly. It could have been better, I guess. He doesn't come off as even remotely heroic. He's a jerk to all his friends and family that we've seen. His disinterest and apathy is boring and doesn't drive the story forward. Why do I care about a character who doesn't care about anything? Yeah, his costume looks pretty cool. That's about it. And it looks like a Spider-Man knockoff. It didn't really sell me on it. So yeah, I think this one's a pass for me. I don't think I'll be picking up further issues. That's just my opinion. I did like the art. I would like to see more of this artist's work. And the cover artist did a real good job. I think that was a really cool cover. And the powers that he's got are a lot like America Chavez from Marvel. Seem to be anyway. So that'll do it for this one. As always, thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.